Hi, my name is Sharon Bryant, and I'm a Presbyterian mission coworker currently sheltering in place and working from home in Bangkok, Thailand. It's been a while since I've shared an update with you, but not much changes from day to day as we continue under the physical distancing and local lockdown restrictions imposed by this COVID-19 pandemic. As you know, I'm coordinator of Christian Volunteers in Thailand, an organization that brings volunteers, both young and old, to Thailand to serve in various ministries of the church. Most of those volunteers serve as English teachers in one of 27 private Christian schools that are administered by our local partner church. Most of you have heard that Thailand has been experiencing some political protests on the streets of Bangkok. I do want to hasten to assure you that I don't feel any threat to my safety from these protests and that I have not had any problems moving around the city to get to places where I need to go. Thailand continues to be one of the safest places to be during this COVID-19 pandemic. It is a country of 70 million people, but to date, they've only identified 3,886 cases of COVID-19 in the country and only recorded 59 deaths. That last number, the number of deaths, has not changed for the last 2 months. Thailand is beginning to open its borders to special categories of travelers. Business people can now return, and other people with special permission to come into the country. They still must quarantine for 14 days before they can go about their business. I still continue to enjoy my weekly Zoom call with my Christian volunteers in Thailand and the alumni of that program from around the world. Those calls bring stories of joy and stories of challenges that all of us have experienced during this pandemic. Some of our CVT volunteers return to their home country to visit their families, and they've been unable to return to Thailand ever since. In some cases, this has meant that their visas and work permits have expired while they were out of the country. One of the joys in our call this past Thursday was the joy of meeting a brand new CVT. Let me share his photo with you. This is Joshua Chayanan Air, who made his appearance last Sunday in Nan, Thailand. His parents are volunteers in our program, and I believe this is the first time that active volunteers have given birth to a child while they are still in the program. However, Joshua represents number 5 of the children that have been born to alumni of the program during the time that I've served as coordinator. It is a real joy to see his face and to know that both mother and child are healthy and well. I actually hope to meet Joshua this week as we travel to Nan to meet with the administrators of the school there. Next month, Thailand plans to open its borders to tourists, and the Thai people are naturally apprehensive of this. Of course, tourists from certain countries will not be allowed to enter Thailand, and that includes the United States as well as Brazil and India and any other country where the incidence of COVID-19 is very high at the present time. Please pray for the people of Thailand and the leaders of this country as they struggle with the twin challenges of COVID-19 and the political unrest that is currently on the streets here. Please pray for the United States of America as we move towards this election. Pray that we might remember that we are still one nation and that there is more that we have in common that binds us together than what is trying to tear us apart. I would also ask your prayers for the CVT volunteers wherever they are as they continue to share the love and grace of God with the Thai people despite the challenges presented by COVID-19. Finally, I want to thank you Thank you for your prayers and your support of this ministry and of me. It means so much to me that you are in my corner and that you continue to support these volunteers and the work that they do. Until we meet again, may God bless you and bring you unexpected joy throughout 2020.